everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have two new DKNY perfumes to review for you. They're in the Be Delicious, the iconic apple-shaped perfume bottle range. We have the Be Delicious Orchid Street and Be Tempted Oh So Blush. So I'm going to be letting you know what these smell like, give you my review, first impressions. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We are all about perfumes. Do check out all my hundreds of other videos of new releases, whole ranges, perfume notes, and of course there is my blog as well, SokiLondon.com, where I do have an article on all the different DKNY Be Delicious perfumes and where you can still get some of the discontinued ones. So I'll leave that link down below, along with where you can buy these perfumes. I got these from Look Fantastic, so I got them with 20% off with my Look Fantastic code LFTFSOKI. Links will all be down below, and I'll include where you can get these all around the world. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. Cool, so it's been a long time since original Be Delicious perfume came out. We're talking like over 20 years ago, and of course the green apple shaped bottle really epitomizes what the fragrance smells like, which it really is like a fresh green apple. Very refreshing. You can usually find it at very affordable prices, and it's still going strong to this day. But there have been so many different versions of it and flankers, 10s and 10s and 10s. This year we have two. So I'm going to start with this new one called Be Delicious Orchid Street. So it comes in a very unique bottle, hot pink, and then we have these yellow apples on the lid. The box as well is in the typical Be Delicious sort of brown cardboard box, but then we've got the yellow apples and the pink stripe as well. So it's very colourful, very carefree, like fun type vibe. This is the 30ml. In the 30ml, the lid comes off and there's a spray underneath. So I definitely get the signature Be Delicious scent, but it's a little bit sweeter. So the green apple note here is combined with a raspberry, I guess hence the pink color. And those are the notes that I get definitely in the opening, the green apple and a raspberry. There's a hint of grapefruit as well. So it's very fresh, citrus, but also quite fruity. Now, as it's developing, a little bit of jasmine's coming through, and there's also a sort of sandalwood cashmere base, which is something that we see a lot in perfumes the past sort of 5 years or so, and it creates a warmth to the fragrance. As those top fruity notes disappear, you're left with quite a warm feminine scent, which is really pretty actually. The opening is quite girly, you know, fun, fruity, but then it's quite sophisticated as it settles down into that like woody jasmine. It reminds me a bit of so the cashmeriness is kind of like an Ariana Grande Cloud, but it's nowhere near as strong or sweet as Cloud. It's reminding me of a lot of the sort of newer jasmine and sandalwood perfumes that are out at the moment, like Volche Viva, like Fame. It smells really pretty actually. Yeah, I like raspberry in a top note, so that's like fun, but now as it's settling, it's becoming a bit more sophisticated. I think you could definitely wear this to like the office, daytime. It is an eau de parfum, and I can tell it's an eau de parfum. It feels like it's got quite a lot of body there. Sandalwood is a great note to help a perfume last, so is jasmine. So this is going to stick around for a few hours. And considering that these are relatively affordable, I think this was like 20 something pounds. If you're looking for just an easygoing, everyday, feminine, floral, you like your jasmine hearts, then I think this is a great option, quite similar to a lot of designer perfumes, but at a much affordable price. I do think the bottle is super fun as well, so it's quite an affordable gift. Any fans of pink? Yeah, it could definitely be layered with Be Delicious original, but for me this actually has more going on than the original Be Delicious, which is really just like kind of a pure green apple scent. These undertones that are in here are actually really nice. I think this is one of my favorite Be Deliciouses that have ever come out, so I do recommend this, definitely Soki approved, and I love that it's an eau de parfum. Okay, so next up we have Be Tempted. So they have had a whole range called Be Tempted, which came in like red apple colors. You can see that this is quite a different, like a little bit more serious pink box with the Be Tempted on, and this is a 50ml, so this spray is on the top. The lid doesn't come off for this one, and it's a sort of blush pink, sort of bronzy pink, very really nice bottle as well. So that's very different. So this is definitely a floral fragrance. At first, I really got a flowery bouquet, peony, magnolia. I get cedarwood as well in here. The cedarwood's there in the base. Really getting the florals. It's like a bouquet. It reminds me a little bit of Ellis Brooklyn Florist. Now it says, there are some fresh top notes of the grapefruit, and I get a little bit of blood orange and the red currant that's in here as well. So the top notes are not as sort of fresh and light as typical Be Delicious green apple. Blood orange has a little bit more to it, but it's definitely a fresh floral, I would classify this as. Those citrusy top notes don't make it fruity in the way that Be Delicious is, or that this Orchard Street one is. So this is a little bit more demure, feminine, more floral. It really does give you that sort of bouquet of flowers type feel. It's definitely a little bit more serious than the Orchid Street, which I think is represented in the packaging. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Hugo Boss and Perfume, you know, the pink one that comes in like a cylinder with a diagonal lid. I think any fans of like light fresh florals, sort of magnolia type fragrances, blossomy type fragrances, who don't want any fruity notes, I would recommend this for. Whereas if you don't mind or you like fruity notes like me, then I think the Orchid Street one is for more fruity fans. But the way it develops, oh, I really love how that's developing. I really like this release, the Orchid Street. Orchid Street's definitely my favorite of the two. This is more like classic, typical floral bouquet. Yeah, it's almost slightly powdery. Very classical feminine floral. This is also an eau de parfum, but it's not as heavy, or, well, not as strong as Orchid Street, because that woody sandalwood cashmere is really lasting on my skin, whereas this one, as the floral notes are fading, there isn't really a base note sort of remaining, so it's not quite as heavy. Yeah, I think this Orchid Street one is stronger. So Orchid Street is my favorite of the two. I think considering their prices, sort of £20–30, you can't really go wrong with them. They're both pretty, they're both cool bottles, I think. And yeah, if you're a fan of fruity florals, I definitely recommend trying out this Orchid Street one. I'm obsessed with it, it's really nice. So yeah, guys, let me know if you tried these, which do you prefer? And which ones of all the different Be Deliciouses have you had? Which is your favorite? Do you still wear the original? Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite is and what you think. And of course, I'll leave the links to where you can get these and my article on the whole Be Delicious range down below in the description box as well. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.